Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order at 8 o'clock. Do we have anybody in the lobby waiting for public comment, Bill?
It does not appear.
The hordes are not there waiting to, okay. All right, so let's start with the approval of the December 10th minutes, which I think I sent out with this agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Thank you, Vince. Second?
I'll second.
Thanks, Amanda. All those in favor? Raise your hand. Okay, unanimous. We have a full commission. Yay, Matt. Yay, Vince, you got reinstated or you got approved, right?
Yeah, I went to the meeting a couple weeks ago. So yeah, they approved me.
Good. So now we're back to 5. That is awesome, Matt. Thank you so much. Welcome to the team. We're excited to have you with us, and hopefully everybody stays around for a while.
Mhm.
So I can take this off the agenda. Station policies. Laura and I have done nothing. Again.
I haven't helped either.
Yeah, so
We thought
we're
about it a
gonna
lot.
we're gonna try again. Okay. All right, finance. We're on track on the 25-26 budget. 2027 budget. I have a meeting with the first selectman on next the 30th to present that to her and Maria Pyrus, and then after that we go to the Board of Finance and then to the Town Council. I don't have any dates on Board of Finance yet, but I don't expect a lot of pushback, but we'll see. The one thing I do want to ask Bill for some advice on, and I think we already had correspondence on this, but forgive me, I just want to have it for the notes. Laura's computer needs replacement. We did not put it in the capital budget. I think I have room in one of our other line items to ask for to move from one account to another, which I will do the paperwork for, but I want to make sure I'm clear whether I'm moving it to the capital budget or to some other budget. So I think, Bill, the question was, does the town consider computers to be a capital asset or not?
Typically when I buy computers, it rolls out of my capital outlay account or my equipment account. I guess
Okay,
the
we
town
don't have an
doesn't want-
equipment account, so
right, they don't want to bond a capital expense over whatever 10, 20 years because of that will exceed the life of the equipment.
so capital outlay would be the place to go?
Sure, that would probably be fine.
Okay, all right, so Laura, I'm gonna double check the amount you need, and then I'll prepare the paperwork to get it to Maria, to get it to the Board of Finance to approve the transfer of funds. Make
Okay.
sense?
Yes, I will forward you the email that Jeff had sent with the quote. So
Okay,
you have the machine, if anybody has any questions about specs or what specific model it is, we will have that. And again, Jeff, I cannot thank you enough for your infinite patience with my 11,000 questions. So thank you for that.
No,
Okay.
the only thing I could add is just double and triple check the specs. If you do go through Dell, they're because of basically they have a no refund. So if you say, oh no, you know what, I want to send it back and get this one, they're not very forgiving with that. So we want to
Okay.
make sure
good to know.
Yes, thank you.
And the reason, like I said, I pushed for the commercial side is just because I'm always comfortable with something that has a 5-year warranty, where the original one you spec just had the one and they didn't offer longer. So it's especially with expensive hardware, it's best to have a warranty.
Okay, also, so Laura, make sure you include that.
The 5-year, and I think in the last spec I sent her, the 5-year was included in it.
Okay,
That correct. The last one that Jeff had sent had a 5-year warranty, and all the specs were, and Matt and I had discussed it, and we said that one would last a while.
And we quoted it like a month and a half ago. Just a heads
Right.
up, because prices are fluctuating with the chips and stuff. They're I
Okay,
don't think it'll be drastic, but there might be a slight increase.
little wiggle. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Thank you.
great. Thank you. So I can get this done, and I'm sorry for the delay. The last 2 weeks I've been a little not focused. Okay, so let's move on to programming. Laura, what do you got?
Programming. We started something new this year where we are live streaming all of the home basketball games, which is great because Matt and Memphis have gotten the opportunity to produce live stuff, which is awesome. So we've been doing that. We're continuing coverage of all the adult education programs at the library and the senior center, as well as educational programming at Trumbull High. We now have with Matt and Jens, we have another adult videographer who's been helping out, which is great. For original productions, I'm working with the town recycling coordinator. Next week, we're going to get together and do some recording. It'll probably start out as a series of short pieces that we can use as interstitials and that Public Works will use to share with residents about what can be recycled, how to recycle. Like I said, hopefully that'll be next week. I'm still waiting to hear from Sam Cousins. She's the town nurse. She is looking to do, I think she's calling it vaccine stories as a public health initiative, and she's been working with the senior center. So I'm just waiting to hear from her. That was part of, she had come up with it for one of her courses, and her professor doesn't have a deadline on that for her. So that's just, that'll be coming. TBD.
Great.
Hmm.
So the recycling stuff will be evergreen content then, right?
Right, as long as the rules of recycling don't
Don't
change,
change. Yeah, okay.
then they'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, technical.
Technical,
Cablecast server and automation project
we
update.
have a date. We
Yay.
have a date. February 10th, we will be upgrading the servers. Yay. We will go down for the day, but we can, we can give people heads up on that. Meetings that are live streamed via YouTube will still be accessible. It's just anything that's on the website or on the VOD server will not be available. So that is, I'm excited about that.
So we're gonna publicize that pretty clearly, right? That-
Yes. I know we did that last time too, so we can actually start doing that, just kind of give people a heads up.
Will the website be totally down, or will people be able to see that we're down for February, we're down today, come back tomorrow?
The website should stay up because that's not part of the server. They won't be able to go to the Watch Now tabs.
Okay,
They can go to YouTube, but the VOD will be down because that's part of the
okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to
server.
make sure.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
can have a message at the top of the website that states that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I will add that to yes. And then closed captioning, Premiere Pro has been, their AI has been captioning well for the most part. The only time, I don't know why, but sometimes the recordings aren't loud enough. It will say it's not loud enough to discern speech, but I'm not really sure why, because it doesn't seem to be any different in volume. So I'm not quite sure what the solution is for that. And then once I have a new PC, that should definitely help with workflow because captioning is a pretty big, takes up a big chunk of processing power.
Okay, sorry, I'm writing as I go.
That's okay. I can look into getting quotes for, because I know that Cablecast had a captioning solution, which was not cheap, but you could also purchase like a bucket of minutes. So I don't know if it's worth it to purchase them or just to put up put something up that says captioning not available for this meeting.
So how would we decide what we would use those purchase minutes for?
If for some reason the Premiere Pro can't transcribe.
Uh, Yeah, you should look into that. Matt, what do
Yeah.
you think?
Um, it's weird. There's tons of AI solutions. There's going to be a solution out there. I think I guess the one that fits our budget as needed seems. So I mean, I can look into that. I can help look into that.
That would be super helpful. Thank you. Because I know that, like I said, I know that Tightropes is not cheap.
Yeah, speech text is mature technology, fairly mature technology.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be too hard.
Right.
Okay, so this is sort of the backup solution. If
Yeah,
Premiere
yeah.
Pro doesn't, whatever, hear well enough to close caption something.
Right.
Okay,
Also on Premiere Pro, it tries to automatically figure out what the audio is. So if it doesn't think it's text, it'll show up as a different dialogue and you can force it to recognize it as text.
Okay. I'll have to talk to you because I haven't spent a ton of time with it. For the most part, I just, ask it to transcribe and then it does it. So I haven't spent a ton of time troubleshooting. So that's something that I will put on my to-do list. So.
okay, other technical issues we need to talk about.
Excuse me. The audio mixing board needs to be replaced. We had discussed that before. There was something had burned out.
That's the one you said it was I don't know, $500 or something?
Yes. Yep. The exact
Okay.
same one right now is 454.04 at B&H.
Okay, so just send me the
Okay.
PO to sign.
Will do.
What else? All our videographers have what they need.
I haven't heard any feedback that they're missing anything,
Okay.
which is good.
And how many student videographers do we have now?
The active ones right now are Memphis, Lynn, and Kimberly. We had a couple, like Leah came back. She's home. She was home on break. So while she was home from college, she helped out over the winter break. But those are the three who have been active.
Yeah, you said Memphis, Kimberly, and
Lynn Tran.
yeah, okay.
But it's been mostly Memphis and Kimberly.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed from their invoices. Okay. Anything else on technical? Matt, Jeff? All
I
good?
would suggest that we might think about getting little jump drives for each camera kit. So if we go on these informational things, we can, if they're willing to share their PowerPoint with us, we can just put it on the little, jump drive. So it's when we're out there shooting, it's like, do I shoot the slide? Do I shoot them? Do I shoot both? If we can get the
Okay.
slides, then that can be cut in. I can just concentrate on it's
Right.
just like maybe a $10 little flash drive.
Doesn't
That's
have
in
to
the kit.
hold a ton, but at
No,
least
yeah,
a
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
yeah, we could get a couple thumb drives for, to put in
like,
each of the camera bags.
yeah. The only thing I would put on there is make sure that it's the type of thumb drive that has both USB-C and USB-A.
Okay.
So, be as versatile as possible.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. I will look into that. And then Kate, I will get you a PO.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, anything else on the technical front?
Laura, do you need, when the servers are being installed, do you need anything from us that you're aware of, like IP addresses or anything like that?
We will probably need that information. I'm not sure yet. Here, let me make myself a note.
Yeah, just reach out for them because the more we can coordinate ahead of time, so we're not scrambling when they're there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Make it smoother, that's all.
I will email Donnie and just ask at DNR and ask what info we need, and I will copy you on it so that you guys, at least you're in the loop on what has to, what's needed. Because I already asked if there's anything he needs on our end to make it smoother, and I haven't heard back. So I will follow up with that.
And are they gonna do this during business hours or after hours? I'm
Usually
just thinking, so if support is needed from my
Right.
system administrator,
The usual last time, I think it was during business hours, as I recall.
okay, because he's here 8 to 4, so.
Okay.
So let's try to make sure it's during that time, so we.
Yeah.
Good thinking, Jeff. Let's plan ahead. Okay. Anything else technical that we need to take care of?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, Amanda, you're up.
Morning.
Good morning.
I've been trying to do a little posting on Facebook to see if we can start to grow some engagement. It hasn't been consistent, and I know that consistency is kind of key with that. Lara, were you able to talk to the teacher about potentially like a marketing or social media intern for?
No, but I do have a suggestion because and it's a former student videographer
Okay.
who went to school for, I think he went to school for digital marketing, Drew Meza.
Okay.
He's come back since since he attended college, he's always come back to help out with graduation. And he happens to mention that he was applying for the social media position at the library. And then I thought, oh, maybe we can
Perfect.
help him out with some other stuff. So I will give him your contact, or give you his contact information.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
And he knows us, and we
Yes.
already have a vendor number for him and all that.
Right,
So,
right.
Yeah.
So that would be great. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Yeah, I'd love to get something going consistently. And in terms of the website, Larry, you can make updates on that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any numbers in terms of visits for either Cablecast or the website for like the past 6 months?
I do not.
which I'm going to need Laura for next week. I just realized. We
I can
normally,
get YouTube.
yeah, I
YouTube?
normally bring
Mhm.
that data to our budget meeting. So
Okay.
Is there any way to get data on people that are using Watch Now on demand?
I can get on demand. Let me see. Yeah, I think what it is we can't get real-time viewing numbers for the cable channel.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I can pull on demand numbers.
Okay, on demand would be great.
Okay.
And then do we have any like Google Analytics for the website itself?
I do not believe we do, but I can look into that.
Okay. Is it a WordPress site?
Yes.
Okay.
is there any value in giving Amanda access to make her an administrator for the website?
I was just gonna say I can give you the credentials to
Yeah.
log in.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
I won't touch anything, I promise.
I trust you.
Well, unless you
I
guys
mean,
decide,
I was gonna say, if she changes anything, it's only gonna look better, so I'm okay.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
seriously, Amanda, if you see things that you say,
Yes,
can I do this or could we change that? Totally, right, Laura? Totally open to it.
absolutely, absolutely.
so what I've been trying to think about is different ways for us to market. And I know Jens had been in touch about the SMS system, and I think his thinking behind that is like if we have something that's important, that's going to be live, a meeting that people should be seeing, that we can send them a link out, for whatever it is that we happen to be covering that night. But that got me back to thinking about, newsletters or contacting who our viewers are. And I'm wondering if we should begin to capture people that are coming to the website, just names and email addresses, so that we can start to build our own list of viewers that we can then get information to in a timely fashion. If that's just sending out the schedule that Lara posts, weekly in an e-blast out to our viewers, just as a way to start to grow it. We have to kind of look at all the different channels that are available to us.
Makes a ton of sense to me.
Okay.
Do you know how to create?
Well, WordPress is has a built-in CRM, so we can capture that data. In terms of turning it into newsletters and things like that, I'd have to figure out what we have available to us, either through the town in terms of an email newsletter system, or like a Constant Contact or MailChimp or something like that.
Bill, do you know what we have?
For mass email.
Yeah.
We have pretty much moved everything to the town website
So it's
and eliminated all the other mass email accounts.
you have, okay. Is
So-
there a way for us to be a part of that?
Yeah, we can set up a Trumbull Community Television list that people can subscribe to, and then we can send them messages.
Okay.
And how is that controlled? Out of your office, Bill, or some other department?
Mostly our office and mostly Patty. So Patty Zablocki,
Okay,
the webmaster, she can have all that.
she's easy to work with.
Okay.
Do you know her, Amanda?
I actually don't. I know the name, but I
Yeah.
don't know that we've ever met before. So, okay. So, Bill, let me figure out a way for us to capture it through the website, and then I would just need to get a preliminary list to you, like a seed list, basically, and then we could begin to, I'm wondering, I don't know if I want to do I'm just thinking if there's a subscription, it would be through people who are already on the town list. So we could still add to that list, correct? Okay. All right.
So if you take a look at the, when I send out the meeting notices, Patty is always copied on those.
Okay. I'll just,
So her email's always on that list.
okay. All right. I'll just reach out to her. That's fine.
Yeah, I would say, and tell her you're on the commission, and
Okay.
Bill and Laura and I have talked about it, blah, blah, blah. So
Okay. Perfect.
that would be awesome. Oh my God, I feel like we're making these gigantic leaps forward. Feels so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Um,
And I think that's it on my end.
Oh, just a few things, just one. And I would really encourage you to talk to Drew, because he's
Okay.
been a very reliable guy, and
Yeah, I would
you-
love that. I
if you
think,
could offload some of the work to
the
him.
consistency issue is me. And just having the time to be able to sit down and look at Lara's schedule, look at what the live content is going to be. And I think that it's easy enough for us, in the beginning, most of the time, the patterns with social media are you pick specific days of the week, and each day of the week you assign a type of post, right? So at the beginning of the week, we're going to post something about a live event that's happening. And on Wednesday, we'll post about, an important town meeting that happened, or it could be sports. And then, the weekend could be sports and or an adult education program. And so if, I talk this through with Drew, and then he has the pattern that we want to follow, from there, you can deviate any way you want, but at least gets that consistency going.
Yep. And we'll pay him, right? So
That's
he's got
great.
another
Yeah.
income stream, and it is not dependent on, like if he's going for this library job, like when the library is open, he can do it whenever. I mean, as long as he's meeting our schedule.
Yeah.
More or
Yep.
less. Okay.
Yep. Perfect. Thank
That's
you.
awesome. Wow. Okay. Very good. All right. Anything else? Oh, Trumbull High connection. Laura.
High connection is again, talk about moving forward at light speed. It's awesome. Yesterday, the new semester started at the high school, and Jeff Cochran, he's got like 4 classes in a row this morning, so he's not here. But he's teaching Digital Media 1 and Digital Media 2 this semester, which is really cool. He's also teaching a couple sections of wood shop, and Kate, you're gonna love this. He's got the wood shop kids. They're going to be building the studio set. So he's going to give them a list of projects they can choose from.
That
Right.
is awesome.
And they're going to build stuff. I mean, he showed me the list. It's like, you know, the set, like the backdrop, the anchor desk, a sports desk. Like, remember how we were trying to get way back when Katie was still here, we were trying to get like a living room set. They're going to build some pieces. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Unbelievable. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
That is awesome.
Yes. So, and he's like, it's awesome. So he's all over this. I was thinking I have to talk to Jeff about this, but he just had, for Digital Media 1, he gave a capstone project where the kids have to create a music video. And I will have to send this on because he sent me one from a student and I was blown away that this was a high school junior. Like it looked like a college level project. It was like this young girl has the eye, like it's great. 10 out of 10, no notes. So I will send that to you just to take a look. I would love to be able to, you know, maybe put some of these on as interstitials, compile them together as like a, you know, a program like, hey, you know, Digital Media 1 Capstone Film Festival or whatever. I would love to be able to do that. I have to talk to Jeff about that. But
The
I
other
think
thing is, I don't know if Katie Boland reached out to you, but
not yet.
she had a bunch of her kids do videos for C-SPAN's, you know,
Oh,
student
yes.
video competition. And there's one that is
Oh, well, okay,
unbelievable. I mean, that she's actually submitting for the national competition. So I think it would be, we can use them for interstitial, but also an array like that. Okay, here's one about government, and here's one that's a you know, music
Yep.
video. Maybe there's a sports, you know, like if we can
I would
showcase
love-
what our students are producing across the board would be super cool.
Yeah. So I will reach out to Katie. She did mention that to me around election time. So I will follow up with her because I said I'd love if there's like 4 or 5 that you really like. I'm more than happy to stitch them together and make it a program. As opposed to just interstitials because we don't always have those gaps. When we need them, but if we don't, then they don't run. So, but that would be great too. So, the other thing that Jeff had proposed that I can send along is a digital media pathway, which is a series of classes that progress from foundational skills to leadership and management of productions. And what he also wants to incorporate are like Adobe ACP credentials, and OSHA 10. So it'd be like Adobe content provider certification. So that would prepare students for either college level programs in film and video production or media production, or, you know, even just to be able, he would love for them, even if they wanted to just go right into working in the industry as a camera person, to be able to do that. So that's, this would be, so again, I can send this along because he's got he has a whole idea. It's a whole series of programs with he's got like very high level descriptions of each of them. So like Digital Media 1, which is currently running, Digital Media 2, which is currently running, and then, you know, which is more broadcast journalism. And he would love to have a more sports component and some of these can run parallel where the more advanced kids could be in the same, like you could schedule a more advanced class at the same time as an intro class. So the advanced students are producing the pieces and teaching the younger kids. So he's got this could be a 5-year, he's proposing it as a 5-year rollout. Year 1 is happening right now. So, and
Can
that's
you
a
send that
discussion.
to me so I can distill something down for the minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a digital media pathway that would allow interested students to progress from foundational skills to, leadership and management of production.
That guy's a freaking gold mine.
I mean, he is on fire. It's amazing. He's been rearranging things in the studio. He turned, it's like he's moved stuff around. He's cleared things out. He's going to make sides. I'm like, and I said to him, like, I am so glad and so grateful that you are here because, like, I don't have,
This is what we've been dreaming of, is
yes.
that this kind of engagement with the high school.
Yes, yes. So right now, and with Soaring Eagle Studios, that ties into it as well. And those kids, right now, he's handed over the next 4 episodes to a student to produce. So he's like, if it doesn't, if they don't record and it doesn't go off in time, it doesn't go off in time. And I said to him, I'm like, like, and we all know by making these mistakes, like you won't make it again, or you know what not to do this time. And it's low stakes, so yeah, no, it's been really, he, he's got great energy. It's so nice having another human being in the space. It's great having the kids come through. Yeah, it's
He's done
exactly what we needed.
the other thing that he did was he's switching roles. So the kids aren't staying specifically in an anchor role or behind the
Right.
scenes. He's making them rotate out and through, which is giving other kids opportunity to either be on camera or be behind. And I think that's wonderful,
Mhm.
So Laura, I'm thinking maybe at a future meeting, after snow time, like in the spring or before school lets out, that we have this meeting in the studio. If we can find a meeting time that he will be able to come and talk to us so we can all meet him and hear more about what he's trying to do. I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I would love for everybody to come in and kind of see how he's moved around the space and what he's envisioning, um, in terms of like, long term.
So Amanda, have you ever been in the studio?
Yes, I got a
Okay.
tour.
Yeah, okay. All right. And Matt, you've been there, I'm assuming. Yeah, okay. But I think to see what's changed, to meet Jeff, really, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And this is going to play really well with the people that have to approve our budget, because this is what we've been trying to do. So really making strides in so many areas is really awesome. This is the best commission we've ever had, honestly. In terms of engagement and just ideas and stuff. So I'm really pumped. Wow. Okay, what else you got, Laura?
I don't have anything else. I just want to say that I agree. I mean, everybody's expertise has been so helpful because I feel like for years I've been kind of operating in a vacuum. So it's nice to have, like Amanda and Matt, to have you guys to be able to, bounce ideas off of, because like I said, I've been kind of working in a vacuum and I can only do so much. My brain is only, can only hold so many things before other things start falling out. So
So the
thank
one
you.
other thing I'm just gonna, put a pin on is, I think with what we experienced with the election in the fall, we are going to need to do more advanced planning for this year if we're going to need to change like our conception of how this is going to work. And I want to make sure that that starts early enough, especially if we have, more people. So, for Amanda and say Drew to be able to get a head start on promotion. If Jeff and his team, and Katie with her people, like, let's try to really think through what is and isn't going to work, given I expect we're going to have another round of challenges with the polling equipment, just because it's still new. It's only going to be the second time we get to use this stuff. Um, so I want to make sure we give ourselves enough time to plan for what the outcome is. We remember we were talking about, this whole email blast system to be able to let people know proactively, okay, results are in, the show's going on the air. I don't want to do that in October. I want to
No,
make
no,
sure
no,
we start early enough.
I agree. I think it's something we should actually, in the next couple of months, begin to talk
Yeah.
through.
Okay. Do we have anything else? Nothing else?
Not for me.
Okay, our next meeting is March 5th. I don't have anything else. I don't even begin to have the budget schedule yet. Bill, I don't know that it's out, but I'll keep you guys posted on when we go to the Board of Finance, what the first selectman does with our budget, et cetera. Okay? All right. 8:36. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Sure.
Thanks, Vince. Second.
I'll
Second.
second.
Thank you. I'll give it to Matt this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Break the ice.
Those in favor?
Good job.
It's a speed game. All right, we're adjourned. Thank you, guys. Have a great